honors equity recorded under separate head with under its own accounts. But all accounts are written like this, T account, right? Here we go. So if asset, if an account belongs to an asset, right? If an account belongs to an asset. So rules of debit credit are that increase in asset means debit. Decrease in asset mean credit. So the logic behind is that we know that assets is equal to liabilities plus owner's equity, right? So if asset increase, for example, the cash increases the left hand side. Increase means debit, right? On liability account and owner's equity account. If left hand side increases, we call this debit. If right hand side increases, we call this credit. So right hand side we have liabilities and we have owner's equity, right? So remember, like I told you, some students, they make a mistake and they consider that debit means positive, credit means negative. No. Remember this one. Debit and credit represent increase or decrease. It's not about plus and minus, right? So if accounts belong to either liabilities plus owner's equity, if liabilities and owner's equity account increases, we record it on the credit side. Credit side is the right hand side of the T account, right hand side of the T account, this side, right? And on the left side of the equation, assets. So assets increase, debit. So it means on T account, this side, debit side, increase means debit side, right? So let's go back to our slides. Now, apply that rule. The type of account determines how to record increases or decreases, right? If the account belongs to asset, so asset increase, debit. Asset decrease, you write on the right hand side. Liabilities, if liability increases, right side of the equation, if liability increases, you write on the right hand side, credit side. Liability increase, credit. Shareholder equity increase, credit. Liability decreases, debit. So if you remember, debit means positive, credit means negative. So you are mistaken. Why? Because assets, on the asset side it is positive, on the liability side it is negative. Then you will be quite stunned, confused, what's going on? So the logic is, you consider it under the main head. Is it asset, is it liability, or is it owner equity, right? So asset increase, debit, asset decrease, credit. Liability and owner equity increases, credit. Liability or owner equity decreases, debit. So how we are going to put numbers in T account? So this is the T account, right? So let's talk about the illustration of our previous example, Freddie Auto Service Incorporation. So we received 50,000 cash and issued stock. How you are going to record it? So we have a transaction here. Yes, a transaction at least hit two accounts. Which two accounts? Receive cash. It means cash. So we make T account for cash. Sorry, need to erase it. So we make a cash account, cash. The right hand side is called credit, left hand side is called debit. The other account is issued stock, which is common stock. Right hand side is called credit, left hand side is called debit. So here cash is increasing or cash is decreasing to the business? Ella,
Um, I'm not sure.
why you are not sure? Give me the answer. The answer can be wrong or correct, right? Why you say not sure?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Question is there. Friday Auto Service received cash 50,000. So cash increase or cash decrease?
Increase.
Well done. So cash belongs to asset or liability or owner's equity?
Owner's equity.
Cash.
Cash.
Cash account belongs to our asset or owner equity, or let me write it down. Assets is equal to liabilities plus owner's equity. Cash belongs to which category here? Asset, liability, or owner equity?
Assets.
Well done. Right? So what did we say about the debit and credit? Asset increase. Where we need to write? Debit side or credit side? Debit. Right? So 50,000 is here. Here. Sorry about my writing. I'm not a good artist here. Okay. And common stock. Common stock is our owner's equity. Right? So owner's equity is increased or decreased? Marilyn.
Decreased.
Owner's equity. Others claim, insiders claim on our business, increase or decrease?
Increased.
Right? So increase of the owner's equity means credit or debit?
Credit.
Well done. So these are the rules. You must you must pay close attention to this one. What did I say? If asset increase, let me write down. Asset increase mean debit. Decrease mean credit. Liabilities and owner's equity. Increase mean credit. Decrease mean debit. DR. Debit. This is credit. CR, not V. This is R. Let me write again. Owner's equity. Increase. Decrease. Increase mean credit. Decrease mean debit. Right? So now let me again explain. With business received cash and issued common stock. So Friday Auto Service received cash. Cash belongs to asset categories. So we first of all we write it down. We make a T account. We make a T. Write down the name here. Cash. This is DR. This is CR. Cash increase debit. So we write it down on the debit side. 50,000. So I think let me see here. Right? So this is the debit side here. This is the credit side. You can write it down here, credit as well. Don't worry about that. Credit, debit here. And now Friday Second transaction would be 40,000 cash purchases of land. Cash purchase from land. Which two accounts are hit? So after this transaction, we are going to wrap up. Which two accounts are? So any transaction hit at least two accounts. Of course, cash is going to be there. And then there's going to be which account? Land account, right? So do we have already land T account? No. So we make a new land account, credit, debit here. So first of all, land increase or land decrease? Land increase. Land is an asset. Asset increase. So we write it down on debit side. 40,000. Purchase through cash. Cash decrease or increase? Cash going out from the business. Land is coming under the possession of the business. Going out from the business, negative, right? So this means cash decrease. Cash belongs to our asset. Asset decrease mean
Credit.
So we write it down 40,000 here, right? So let me erase it. Here we go. Right? And the balance going to be, we just balance. How we write it down the balance here? It's not like that. We just write it down, okay, total credit, total debit, no. So which side is greater? How we find out the balance here? Cash. Cash debit side is how much greater than the credit side? So 50,000. 50,000 minus 40K, 40,000, answer is 10,000. So balance is on the debit side. How much debit side is increased from the credit side? 10,000. So the balance is 10,000. Right? So this is a little bit tricky. See, what is the balance of common stock? The credit side is 50,000 greater than the debit side. So we write it down 50K here, balance. So balance of the land is on the debit side. Why? Because credit side is 0. So debit side is 40,000 greater than the credit side. But here on the cash side, you see cash is 10,000 greater than the cash debit 10,000 greater than the credit side of the cash. So that's why it is 10,000. How you find out the balance here? So just add it all here, debit side less all the credit side. So whichever side is best, write down whichever side is greater, write down the balance over there. Right? So that's all from here. If you have any question, you can post us question on our WeChat group, right? And I would be uploading these links on both WeChat and on the Blackboard. And also I will be uploading the previous links as well. I have recovered my YouTube channel, so I would be uploading over there as well. Okay, so please do watch our video if you still need something to explain, or if you want me to explain, please post your question on the WeChat group. I will be answering that. So that's all for our today's lecture. See you in our next lecture. And until then, stay safe, and please do watch our video in case of you didn't attend our class. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.